How do you find purpose? Purpose is such a big thing. It really drives everything you do in life. If you don't know your purpose, it is very easy to get lost. I've made comments before, and I think this is a big thing for me, is there's a big difference between chasing achievements and finding purpose, pursuing purpose. Now, if as part of your purpose, part of your road through life, in order to pursue your purpose, you gain achievements, that is okay. What I don't want to see happen is people chasing achievements for the sake of chasing achievements, or worse still, equating achievements to purpose. Okay? Achievements are not your purpose. You may gather achievements along the way, but the achievements themselves are not your purpose. Anybody can get achievements, right? Anybody can gain that medal at the track meet. Anybody can get that A on the math test. Anybody can go to school and get a diploma in the same degree. That's an achievement, right? Achievements are things that anybody else can also obtain. Purpose is unique to you. Purpose is only yours. The other way to look at it is that achievements are defined by others. Okay, so someone else will say, if you run this fast, you get a gold medal. If you run that fast, you get silver, right? So that's an achievement because someone else determines, decides, defines how to obtain that. Okay, that's an achievement. Someone else defines the criteria for obtaining that. Now, for purpose, that is only you. You are the only person who can define your own unique purpose. No one else can do that for you, nor should they. Okay. Now, other people may influence your purpose. Purpose is something that should be larger than you. Purpose is something you do not just for yourself, but you also do for others. So there are other people involved, but those people don't decide, they don't define your purpose. That is solely your own decision, your own discovery, okay, your own definition. That comes exclusively from you, and it is exclusively for you. Okay, so once you know what your purpose is in life, no one else can take that away from you. Okay, and if you let other people influence you in that decision, in that path, then you're maybe not really all that settled on the right purpose. So how do you find what your purpose is in life? Now, I will tell you from my own personal experience, it took me years and years and years to clearly define what my purpose really is. I have spent countless numbers of years in school chasing achievements, thinking that was my purpose, or thinking maybe that I was pursuing a certain purpose, and I was wrong. I was chasing achievements. It took me a long time to figure out what my own personal purpose really was. So how do you decide for yourself what then your purpose is? How do you discover that? Okay. The first thing probably to look at is, what's your story? What's your story? What have you done? What do you, and more importantly, not just what have you done, but what do you stand for? What do you stand for? Okay. One way someone described it recently to me, and I'm not sure that I particularly like this way of looking at it, but it's a different perspective that may help you, is simply saying, what drives you nuts? What gets you gears grinding? What gets you really upset? But you're willing to pick up the battle to fix that thing anyways. Okay? So what problem is there in the world that gets you really upset, right? You have this emotional response to it. But instead of shying away and avoiding it and letting someone else deal with it, you pick up that battle and you make a difference in the world. You solve that problem. Okay, that's a different way of looking at your purpose. Okay, the other thing is, of course, what's your story? Where have you come from? Why are you who you are today? Right? What really has driven you to get to where you are today? And that is not just, again, chasing achievements. That's not saying I went after the high school diploma or GED. I went to college and got a degree, and then I got a job, and then I'm chasing promotion after promotion after promotion after promotion. That is not purpose. Okay. But in that story, and that's going to be 6, 7, 8 layers deep to that story. And that's obviously where coaches come in and try to help you figure that out, right? Dissect all those layers out and get really to the very core of how you got to be where you are today and how that really is your purpose. Okay, what in there drives you? What in there is that motivation that gets you up in the morning and gets you going? What are you passionate about, right? What gets you so excited that you could talk about it for hours and hours and hours and days upon days upon days, right? That is your purpose. That is where you will find your purpose. Is what it is in those struggles, in those problems that you're looking for solutions. And you're not only looking for solutions for yourself, although that's probably where everything starts. You found a problem, you solved a problem, and you want to help others solve the same problem. That very much is your purpose, right? And it starts within you because the purpose comes from you. The purpose is yours. It's not anyone else's. It is uniquely yours. So that's where everything starts, is within you. What are you passionate about? What gets you excited? What will you not shut up about? That is where you will find purpose. Deep, deep, deep within you. Deep, deep, deep to all the surface stuff that you currently might think is your purpose. Now, let's talk about a few things that are required for a purpose and for a purpose statement, right? You need to have a purpose statement, right? If you cannot verbalize what your purpose is, then you're not very clear on it yourself. Hey, you need to be able to tell others what your purpose is. You need to be able to communicate that to others. Okay. Hey, listen, John, this is my purpose. This is what I do. This is what I stand for. This is what I fight for. These are the problems I want to solve. Okay. If you cannot do that, then you have not defined your purpose yet. And sometimes I will tell you, again, this comes from my own personal experience. Sometimes you will get to a point where the picture is almost in focus. It's not quite there yet. You can see the outline. You know what you have to do. You kind of know why, but you're not completely understanding of it yet. Okay? And again, that's where coaching comes in. That's where one-on-one sessions come in with me or other coaches. And that's where we help you dissect those deeper meanings with you to figure out what exactly your emotions are attached to. Because that is what drives your purpose. Okay. Purpose is not getting up in the mornings, going to the green or the orange coffee house and getting a large drink that's full of sugar, and then going to a 9-to-5 job and dreading every minute of it, hoping that you're going to have a full hour for lunch, right? That is not what purpose is. Okay. Now, as part of your purpose, that may be part of getting to where you need to be in order to truly fulfill your purpose 100%. Okay. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that doing a 9-to-5 job is the wrong thing to do. It may be that that's what you have to do on your path to fully realizing your purpose. Okay. Sometimes that is required. We do have to gain certain experiences. We have to make certain connections with other people. And so having a regular job is not a bad thing. It just isn't your purpose. Okay. It may be it may be one of those bumps in the road along the way to you getting to your purpose ultimately, but that in itself is not your purpose. That is not anybody's purpose. Okay. Now, again, we all have to pay bills. We all have to gain experience. We all have to make connections with other people. And so that job may be an important part of your journey to the road to success, to the road to discovering your full potential, to really realizing your unique purpose. Okay. So, what is required of purpose? When you find your purpose, when you know what your purpose is, how do you know that you have found your purpose? How do you know that you've truly come across that gold nugget that will drive you for the rest of your life? Well, for one, it requires a growth mindset. A restrictive mindset, a limited mindset will not help you find your purpose. Okay? You have to be able to be open to new ideas. You have to be open to new ideas because what you're doing right now, right, may be informing you. Right? It may be telling you something, but you don't know that if you're not actually really inspecting that, if you're not really going deep, if you're not asking the right questions. So you have to have a growth mindset. You have to be growing your mind, expanding your knowledge. You have to be open to new ideas. It requires curiosity, doesn't it? Now, the other thing that's required along the way is accepting that who you are today is not who you were yesterday. Okay. And that is part of that growth mindset. We want to improve ourselves every day of our lives. And we do that, right? How do we know how to improve ourselves? How do we know that we're heading in the right direction? Well, that is what purpose guides us with, right? Purpose will tell us where to expand our knowledge, what we need to learn more of, how to have that growth mindset in a very specific niche or realm, right? So you have to be curious. You have to be accepting of who you are today and having that growth mindset to know that who you are today is not who you're going to be tomorrow. The only thing that is going to be the same between today and tomorrow is your purpose. But the person you are is going to be different because you will be growing, right? Your mind will be growing. Your knowledge will be expanding. And you will be a different person tomorrow than who you are today. And today, you should be a different person than who you were yesterday. Okay, so that's also very important about your path to purpose is being open-minded to new ideas, really introspecting yourself, going deep into your heart, deep into your mind, deep into your memories to figure out who you are and where you are going, because that is your purpose. Now, again, remember that what I said earlier, your purpose is bigger than you. Your purpose is not just about you, right? Your purpose is about other people as well. Your purpose really has to be giving back to a greater community. Now, that could be your little neighborhood. It could be your church. It could be your school. It could be, whatever business you're in, right? It could be that circle of people that you're interacting with at your business, but it has to be something bigger than you. If you're just working for yourself, that is being selfish, right? And that's not what purpose is. Purpose really is something bigger, much bigger than you. And so not only is purpose coming from you and it's bigger than you, right? Because you're giving back to others, you're helping solve problems, you're helping other people grow, you're supporting others, you're uplifting them, you're elevating them to higher potentials. But you also have to be gracious. You have to have a certain amount of gratitude for the feedback you will receive from these other people. Okay? Because all of these people have their own unique path through lives. And while your purpose has good intentions, and it should have good intentions, but your purpose has good intentions to help others, right? You're coming at it from only your perspective in life. And so you have to be able to adapt your purpose enough to be able to truly help and support other people, to truly solve their problems, not just your own, right? Because even though all your problems may be similar, they're probably all very unique in their own ways. And so that goes back to that growth mindset. You have to be gracious. You have to have that gratitude from feedback for others so that you can grow your mindset. You can expand your knowledge and you can do more good with your purpose. Because your purpose really is bigger than you. Your purpose is not about yourself. And here's one thing that actually kind of it gets to me every time. People always say, my purpose is my family. And I will tell you something. Your purpose is not your family. Okay. And I know I would probably be crucified for saying that, but your purpose in life is not your family. Your family is your responsibility. That is not your purpose. Your purpose goes way, way, way beyond your family. Your family is your responsibility. And by pursuing your purpose and being successful, and helping others, you're in return, as a side effect, helping your family as well. But your family is not your purpose. Your family is your responsibility, and that goes for each and every single one of us. Okay. So I know I might get crucified for saying that, but that is definitely a hill I am willing to die on, because I think your family is not your purpose. Your purpose goes way, way, way bigger than that. Your purpose really requires you to give back, right? It gives not just giving back, right? I mean, maybe it's not so much about giving back, but it's about giving up a part of you for other people. Okay, you have to give up a part of you to others, to solve their problems, to support them, to uplift them, to make them better people. And in exchange, they can fulfill their purposes better, and they can give back to the community and support others, elevate them, and we all become better people as a result. And so that is your purpose, because we are communal people, right? We all grew up in communities, whether that's our neighborhood, the school we go to, the church we attend. We're all part of varying social circles, communities, right? And being part of those communities means that we are not just required to show up, but we're required to give. We're required to provide support, help, solutions to that community. And that is where your purpose will be found. That is where you will find your purpose. How do you give back to your community? What problems are you solving for your community, right? So we can look at a few examples, important people in life, right? So if you look at Elon Musk, for example, sure, the dude loves money, right? No one's going to argue with that. But his purpose is to find a way to get human beings off of Earth to ensure the future longevity of our species, because we're running out of resources on this planet. Okay, and so in his mind, what he's going to do, or what he wants to do, and I don't know that he can accomplish that in his lifetime, but he is definitely setting the groundwork for it, is to get us off this planet and somewhere else. So that's Elon Musk. Bill Gates. He is all about improving the health and well-being of the world, right? So right now, obviously, he's focusing on resource-poor societies because there's a lot of gain, there's a lot of growth that can be happen there. But if you think about the diseases that he is specifically trying to address, those are global diseases. Those affect people in every corner of the world. Again, he made a lot of money, but he wasn't pursuing his real purpose. If you look at his interviews and the opinions that he has provided in the last 10 years or so, it's a very different person than he was, 30 years ago at Microsoft, right? He has truly found a different purpose in life. And he's able to do that only because of the money he made with Microsoft. But that is truly his purpose in life at this point. Another big one that if you follow me on the socials, I'm a big fan of, and I know there's many people who look up to him for mindsets, right, and strength, and that's Arnold Schwarzenegger from my native Europe. He is all about making fitness accessible to everyone. Very simple. It's a simple statement, right? He wants to make fitness accessible to everyone. And he is doing that every day. He's got a fantastic newsletter that he sends out every day. It's the favorite 3 minutes of my morning reading that newsletter, right? He's got a new fitness app with exercises. He's really trying to make fitness accessible to everyone. And that is his purpose in life at this point, right? So what is your purpose now? What is your purpose? Do you have a purpose, or are you still unclear about what your purpose is? Keep in mind, you cannot have purpose all by yourself. If you're not part of a community that you can give back to, or that you can be a part of, then you will not find purpose. Okay, if you're just sitting in a basement playing video games, you're not giving back to a community, right? You're just consuming entertainment. So you need to be part of a bigger community. And I'm not talking purely about gamers. I do like video games myself every once in a while, but I'm just saying that, you're not giving back to a community, right? You're not developing growth. You're not providing solutions. You're not solving problems. Video games are entertainment. And you really need to be physically part of a community, and whether that's your school, your church, your business, whatever. You need to be part of a bigger community that you can give back to, because that is where your purpose is going to be found. So think about this. How do you find your purpose? Now, listen, if you already know what your purpose is, awesome, fantastic. I love it. Let me know what your purpose is. I want to hear what your purpose is. Okay. I want to hear some examples from you guys. What is your purpose? Reach out to me, here or there. Let me know what is your purpose. What I also want to know is, if you do so, let me know how you discovered that purpose. What did you do to find your purpose, right? How did you come to discover your purpose? What did you do to define your purpose in life? But if you're not there yet, we have to find that first, right? You have to find that first. Now, I can help you with that as a coach. So can others, right? And that's always fantastic, having a coach by your side to help you find that purpose. And not just find your purpose, define that purpose, right? We're trying to discover and define your purpose so that we have something that will inform everything that you will do going forward. What's your story? How did you get to be where you are today? What do you stand for? What are you passionate about? What gets you excited? But also on that, it's not just about what gets you excited and what are you passionate about, right? I mean, I can be passionate about Jeeps, but that's not my purpose in life. I just like Jeeps, right? I like off-roading, but that is not my purpose in life, even though I'm passionate about it, right? Because that's not a problem for me to solve. That's not a problem that I can help other people solve. Okay, that is not my purpose. That's a hobby. Your purpose needs to have something where you're giving back to the community. We're giving back to your social circle, your neighbors. Okay. And not just friends. You're giving back to strangers. You're potentially even solving problems and supporting people you may dislike. That's a tough pill to swallow. I get that. But your purpose, again, is not about you. It's from you. It's for you. But it's not here to make you individually look better, to elevate you in any way, right? You're there to elevate others, support others, uplift them, solve their problems. And they very well may be a problem that you have yourself had in your life and that you found a solution for, and you're sharing with your community, right? So what battle are you willing to fight? And not just what battle are you willing to fight, what battle gets you so excited that you will not stop talking about it for hours and hours and hours, right? If I put a microphone in front of you and said, here you go, you've got 30 minutes, nonstop talking, what can you talk about? You got 30 minutes to tell the world about something, anything, right? What could you talk about for 30 minutes or more or longer, right? That is where you will find your purpose in life.